Hello and welcome to the first GCSE video. Today we're going to talk about quadratics, especially how to expand this bracket. Very simple question. X plus 2, x plus 3. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to expand the x. That gives you x squared, because x times x is x squared. The next thing we're going to expand is the x and multiply the x and 3, which gives you 3x. Then you can see the pattern. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to expand the 2x. That's 2x. And the final thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. You can't collect this term, you can't collect this term, but you can collect these. So in total, what you're going to get is x squared, combine these two, plus 5x, and take this one, plus 6. That's the solution. Now, let's try to factorise this. To factorise this, we need to have two numbers that add to 5 and are factors that multiply to give 6. We have two factors here, 6 and 1 multiply to give 6, 3 and 2 which multiply to give 6. Now you know that 6 and 1 cannot work because they don't add to 5. 3 and 2 do, so we can use 3 and 2 as the factors for our factorisation. We use something called middle term partitioning, which if we write it like this, x squared plus 2x, so you just have the 2 there, you have 3x, because you have the 3 remaining, these two add together to give you the 5, then you have the 6. Right at the end. You can take a common factor, x can be a common factor of this, x brackets x plus 2, that's for this part. You can also have a common factor of 2. 3. You can also have a factor of 3. Factor of 3 gives you this. Now you can see there is a common factor of x plus 2. If we take that out, x plus 2 is a common factor, and you also have that and that. There you factorise that. And that is your final solution.
Okay, it may be sometimes that you don't know which equations to factorise, so the general equation for factorising quadratics is ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, we know here that a is the coefficient of x squared, so everyone that we've been dealing with so far has a coefficient of 1 because it's just been x squared. This is the coefficient of x, so for example 6, and c is a number with no x factor. Now, how do we know whether we can factorise it into a quadratic or not? If it's in this form, then we can. If it's not, then we can't. So for example, if we have something like a squared minus 3a, we know that it doesn't have a c factor, therefore it can't be factorised into quadratics. However, it can be factorised further, it can be simplified. So we could write this as a minus 3, as we have taken a out as a factor.
Video, we were talking about factorising other equations, where we had ax squared plus bx plus c. This equation looks kind of tough at first to factorise, but once you get the concept of it, it's very easy. You see that you have 1 as c. C is known as a constant. The two factors that you think are the positive factors are 1 and 1. But there are also two other factors, minus 1 and minus 1, because two negative numbers multiply to give you a positive number. To rewrite this equation, you can write it as this: b squared minus b plus 1. Factorising this, b brackets b minus 1 minus 1 b minus 1. Taking b minus 1 out as a factor gives you b minus 1, b minus 1. Alternatively written as b minus 1 squared. Now previously we've been working on equations where we just have ax squared plus bx plus c. But when we have the equation in that form equal to 0, all we're being asked is to give a value of x. To solve this equation, we need to think first of the factors of 32 that multiply to give 32, but also add to give 12. You think of 1 and 32, that doesn't work, they don't add to 12. 2 and 16, doesn't add to 12. 4, 8 and 4. Well, that adds to 12, so this one will work. You can rewrite this equation as x squared plus 4x plus 8x plus 32 equal to 0. Taking the common factor out, x bracket x plus 4 plus 8 bracket x plus 4 is equal to 0. Taking a common factor out of x plus 4, x plus 4, then the x plus 8 is equal to 0. If x plus 8 is equal to 0, that must mean that x plus 4 is equal to 0 too. Solving this equation, x equals minus 4. Alternatively, if x plus 4, this bracket is equal to 0, we have x plus 8 is equal to 0. Solving that equation, x equals negative 8. Solving these equations, you have x equals minus 4 or x equals minus 8. Done. To solve this equation, we need to find two factors that add to give 2 and two factors that multiply to give 1. 1 and 1. To put this in the brackets, two brackets, they're both that, the whole thing's positive, and you put 1 and 1. Pretty easy. Equal to 0. If one of these is 0, x plus 1 equals 0, x equals minus 1. Likewise, if we put that equals 0, again it's going to be x plus 1 equals 0. That one, x equals minus 1. Because they're both the same solution, we just write it as x equals minus 1. Now the reason why we have x and x here is because this equation is a coefficient of 1. So you have only 1x and 1x there. Easy arithmetic.
Okay, so what if the coefficient of x squared isn't 1? Now, this one we have to do with Milton partitioning. There's no way to shortcut it at this level. So, what are we going to do? We take the coefficient of x squared and multiply it by the constant. So, you get minus 12. Now what you have to do now is find the factors of minus 12 that add to make x. So, I know that it would be 2x squared. It would be minus 3x plus 4x minus 6. Because we have minus 3x times 4x gives minus 12, and minus 3x plus 4x gives plus x. Now, what we've been doing all along, but I know that there's no common factors here and go together easily, so I'll use 4x. So I'll do it as 2x x plus 2 and minus 3x plus 2. Therefore, it will be x plus 2 and 2x minus 3. But what if this was equal to 0? Well, still the same thing we'll be doing all along, just one more step. So this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, and this is equal to 0. Now, if we pretend that x plus 2 is equal to 0, it will be 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So x would be x equals to 3 over 2. However, if 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, it will just be x equals 2, x plus 2 equal to 0, and x equal to minus 2. Okay, now 2x squared minus 4x minus 16 equal to 0. We know that the coefficient of x squared is 2, and the coefficient of x is minus 4, and the constant is minus 16. Now what I notice about this is that they all have a factor of 2. So what we can do is we can divide both sides by 2. So on this side we'll get x squared minus 2x minus 8. And this side, 0 divided by 2 is 0, so we still get equal to 0. Okay, now, this is a form that's easier to factorize than this form. So, if I use the shortcut, I'll get x and x. Now, I know that the two factors of this that add together to make this are minus 4 and 2. So, I'll just write my x minus 4 and x plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, the solutions of the x that I get are x equal to 4 or x equal to minus 2.